What is up, guys? My name's Anthony. Welcome to the channel, and today we've got a Litecoin video for you. We're gonna conduct some technical analysis. I want to show you a price pattern that nobody is talking about. I've been looking at different articles, been watching different YouTubers all conduct technical analysis on Litecoin, and no one is seeing the somewhat obvious pattern that I have found. And we're gonna break that down. I'm gonna explain to you why it makes me pretty excited about May and the potential upwards targets that you can look forward to. Then towards the end of this video, we're gonna talk about a piece of news which is a good example of real-world adoption for Litecoin. And if you are someone who is serious about including cryptocurrency into your overall wealth-building strategy, go ahead and hit that subscribe button somewhere in the bottom right corner down by my face here and join our growing community. I've been doing this since 2018, guys, and it just keeps getting bigger, and cryptocurrency just keeps getting more and more legitimate. And without further ado, let's just jump right into the content here. So, one thing I want to do is just take an overall look at the weekly chart here for Litecoin. And you can see this is dating back to its all-time high, which was back on December 11th of 2017. And that was a high of roughly $420. So as you can see, we really are starting to gear up here. And you can see towards the end of our last bull market, right, we really started to go parabolic. Now, we haven't gone parabolic yet, but you can see that the angle of this trend line is starting to get a little bit steep here. And even after last week's extreme pullback, we didn't break the trend line. We are still in a firm uptrend here, which says the bull market is not over. Last week, I put out this video talking about if it's time to take profits and if the bull market was over. I said that it could be, but I thought it was a dip. And, 1 week later, if you look at cryptocurrency, you guys have all probably been watching the markets. We're up back above $200 trillion and really pushing to like all-time highs right now market-wide. And Litecoin is no exception. Bitcoin is starting to push up towards $57,000, and Litecoin is Bitcoin's little brother. It is a fork off the Bitcoin code. So Litecoin is in a really exciting position right now. I want to show you this tweet. I started talking about this pattern. So I wrote something like this for Litecoin is possible if the ascending and broadening wedge pattern continues. And you can see I made it right here, and I kind of traced out what I thought could be possible. Now I put more thought into this, and I want to show you what we're looking at now. This is where I made the tweet. You can see we kind of fell down and we're starting to climb. Let's talk about what we're looking at here. Again, no one that I've seen is talking about this. So this is an ascending and broadening wedge pattern. We're now looking at daily candles. So this pattern has been intact or started back on what I have marked as November 4th. So we are looking at a long enough pattern for it to be a legitimate wedge pattern. And the second thing, when we look at guidelines to make sure to validate this pattern, we want to see multiple touches both on the upside and the downside, and we definitely have that. So if you see 1, 2, 3, 4 touches on the upside and a whole bunch on the downside as we just ride this trend line just beautifully. This is a thing of beauty, guys. People that say TA is garbage, they probably never studied TA. They're probably not trading. So that's the second thing. Third thing is we've got irregular volume. If I move my face out of the way here, you can see the volume's up, it's down, it's kind of unpredictable. And that's a common thing to see with ascending and broadening wedges. So we've got all the boxes kind of checking off here. What I really like about this setup here, guys, is that we don't need an upwards breakout to see massive gains. If we just went from where we are now to the top of this pattern, right, we would still see, if we did this, let's see, we would still see about a 38% gain. So we're talking about big gains. And those of you guys who trade regularly like I do, usually in crypto, you're looking for 5, 10, 15% gains, right? If you're just in and out of trades in 1 or 2 or 3 days, right? But if you do something like this, we're looking at somewhat of a longer term swing trade here, which could take 3 weeks or a month to play out. I'll show you exactly how long it took last time, and then we'll, give you some data to go on. But if this were to happen, it wouldn't even have to break out to the upside. It would just have to reach the top and you'd be in some serious profits. Even if you were to buy in right now, we've recently seen support around $250. So if you see the price fall down there and you want to try and make a play on this, it's not financial advice, but $250 might be a really potential buy-in for you. Of course, you do what you want with your money. So I want to show you exactly how long I think this could take for this pattern to reach this high. And we'll talk about that in a second. But the other thing I just do want to make you aware of is that the ascending broadening wedge pattern is a pattern that does have a tendency to be bearish. So what we're saying is it does have potential also to break out to the downside here. And if it does that, then it could get a little bit ugly. So you have to keep an eye on this lower trend line. At the moment, this trend line is about $215, right? So if the price drops below that, then all bets could be off with everything I'm saying in this video. And remember, nothing is guaranteed, and sometimes these markets have a mind of their own. But let's take a moment now and just talk about how long it might take for us to go from where we are now to the top of this formation if we were just to climb back up to the top one more time. And you can see here, from our lowest point to our highest point was 23 bars. So what that basically means is 23 days. Now, if we do something similar, and we take that here, you can see 23 days would bring us to a target of $387. And you can't see it under my face, but the potential date of this target would be May 18th. Now, does it have to happen on that day? No. But if Litecoin performs similar at all to what it's done in the past, we could be looking at something like that as we get deeper into May here. And I'll also continue to tweet out updates on this pattern on my Twitter feed here. So my handle is @CRAnthony3 if you want to give me a follow. Next, I want to talk to you about some more specific targets here to watch. As you see this price action, you can see some levels that we have touched multiple times in the past, and you can see these prices I have marked here. So if it were to fall, we could fall as low as $221, and that would be a level of support potentially. If we were to fall, that would be above the current uptrend at the moment. Next level down, if we were just going to fall a little bit, which could be an area maybe that we might see, which would be great buying opportunity, in my opinion, right? That would be $243. But the way things are heating up, we could really start to move up now. So the other price target on the way up, which I'm going to anticipate that we have some resistance at, you can see we had resistance over here, and that is at $282. Above that, we've got the resistance here at $325, which we just saw back on April 16th. And if you go back to this image over here, you can see that was a daily close back in December of 2017. So this is also a historical resistance level. And I know I'm throwing a lot of numbers at you guys here, but if you are a swing trader or a day trader, these are very significant numbers, and hopefully you guys will know what to do with them. In essence, they're essentially buying or selling targets for the short term, but this is all kind of a side note to the bigger picture here that I'm really going to be watching, and like I said, tweeting about and sharing with you guys all month. We're going to watch this and see how high we can go here. Other thing I want to mention in this video is that someone paid $1.7 million in Litecoin for a trading card. This is a Tom Brady football card. I'll kind of scroll slowly so you can see it. It's a rookie card, right? He played 20 seasons with the Patriots. It's got his autograph on it. 1.7 million is an extremely high number to pay. But if you don't know, trading cards, along with cryptocurrency, are another growing asset class right now as people are looking for stores of value. They're looking for alternative places to place their money as inflation starts to really set in here. And really, this is going down as one of the largest hard asset transactions to be paid for entirely in cryptocurrency so far to date. And this went down at Golden Auctions. Do I think this was a good price to play for this card? No, I don't. Whoever bought it, I think that Litecoin is going to go up a lot higher. So I think instead of paying $1.7 million, I think you just paid $2, $3, $4 million for that Tom Brady card. So, I don't think that was the best move, but hopefully you bought your Litecoin back when it was like $50, and then maybe you got this card really cheap. So, and that's just a reminder that the most important two prices for any financial market ever are your entry price and your exit price. Also, I want to hear from you guys in the comments section. Let me know how high you think the price of Litecoin will go in May of 2021. Also, did this guy overpay for his Tom Brady rookie card, or do you think that was a good move? What do you think? Let me know down low. Also, thank you for watching the video and enjoy the ride. I'll see you guys in the next one later.